Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? I got something in my eye, and it's not my eyeball. Pretty good here and stuff, except my eye now all of a sudden. What the heck, eh? It's watering all over the place. Anyways, we'll go like this maybe. So how's she hanging today? Pretty good here, other than the eye, again, of course. So today we're gonna try and make a crucible for our little burner foundry project. I gotta run up and get some steel, some round pipe, see what we can get. Hopefully they have something in the 4-inch, 4-inch, quarter-inch thick stuff, hopefully. If not, I guess next best thing. We'll see what they got. So yeah, anyways, we'll head up and get that, and then we'll head her home. Alright, so we got ourselves a chunk of pipe. Felt really kind of bad. Sort of, kind of, in a way. I got this piece of pipe, and it was 4-inch by, I think she said 3/16, that's all they had. So, I mean, it'll work, but it's not 100% exactly what I wanted, but that's okay, that'll still work. I felt kind of bad for the guy because I only got 2 feet. I don't really need, like, 6 miles of this stuff, so I only got a 2-foot section, and the guy had to pull this 20-foot pipe off the rack and put it in the saw and get it, cut it, and here you go. I'm like, okay, thanks, sorry bud. He wasn't like mad or nothing, whatever, but we better check the nail. But I felt kind of bad, I kind of like to make it worth their while. I'll get a couple extra pieces, but that kind of stuff, you'll see why in a minute. I'm thinking, no, I don't need that much of it. Anyways, let me just check the mail here. Well, nothing good in the mail today other than me. Now, think about that. When I say I'm in the mail, I hate getting myself in the mail, if you know what I mean. Bills. Bills. Nothing but bills today. Freaking mail. Nothing but bills. That's me. Me in the mail. Don't like that. Don't like getting me in the mail. So, anyways, let's head her over here and get in the garage. Pardon me. And we'll grab our pipe. Wow, these guys made a mess on me here. The tree guys, for some reason, they did this tree the other day, and they were here and they cleaned up the stuff, mostly. Looks like I got a bit to do, but. And then they come back later and they drove up here, it was mushy, and they went around the road and they left one heck of a ruddy mess there. But I can put the whatchamacallit, Land Pride road leveler thingy, box blade over it. I had to think about that one. And that'll clean her up. So, anywho, let's head her inside. Got a Cabela's catalog. That was kind of good. Come in the mail. I don't exactly know why, because I'm pretty sure I haven't ever given them my name, but it's apparently addressed to me. So, how that worked, I don't know. But anyways, let's head her inside, and I'll show you this piece of tube. Well, g'day tubes! How is she hanging? Well, there's our tube. Our tube, 4-inch. It looks like this corner got a little mashed. That's not sort of too good, and I should have probably said something to it, but there's also another problem here too. Normally these guys are really good, but their saw is not right. I don't know if you can see it or not on here. Both ends, actually. I'm going to have to try to recut it so it's square. Because if I put this on here, so we're square all down the pipe here, but and we're touching there and touching there, but look at the gap. Both ends are really bad on this thing, so I'm going to have to try to recut her, I guess, and because that's not going to be any good when I'm sitting on the bottom here. She's not going to want to sit level, but anyways, that might be a little too big. I don't know whether I like that or not. I should have maybe got a 3.5. Oh, it's just really tight down there. I don't know if I like that or not. Man, that'll definitely let a pop can in though. You know, that's lots big for a pop can or whatever to fall in there. So that's good, but should have got maybe the one size smaller. I should have probably also drilled this a little lower, another maybe half a hole lower, because as of right now, unless I try to hold it up off the bottom, that flame's going to be hitting kind of right about where this dot is here, which maybe once it's heated up it'll be alright, but I can tell this thing's not even sitting square here. Let's just put this up, pretty much sure the plywood's fairly squarish. Look at the oh, that's off a lot. Holy. Come on, guys. It's probably time that our saw had a new blade. Yeah, I can see how much this side's out too, so we're out quite a chunk there. Needs to be recut, which I can do. I'm sure my saw will do that, but so yeah, anyways, this stuff I think is not quite, it's not 1/4 inch, I think that's the 3/16 stuff. That should be fine actually, but I'm a little bit hesitant to use this stuff. Now I also got to put a bottom on it, and if I look here, hang on, I got some plate steel here somewhere. So I do have some 4-inch. That should work for that. I'll just have to really be careful. And what the problem is though is it fits this diameter if I can't go out with it and weld around, because then it won't fit. Won't fit on the bottom there unless I somehow try to chisel out a little bit of that or round that out with I probably could. It'd be really dusty, but I could probably get in there with some kind of burring tool or something and just kind of, you know, take the bit of that taper off. I've got super lots thick here, like there's tons compared to the top here, so I could afford to lose a little bit, but do I want to do that? I don't know. I don't know if my burr tool would be a good idea. It's in here somewhere. Burring tool. That might boy, that'd be one messy job though, wouldn't it? Oh. I should have used something that was more square instead of the pail idea, I suppose, like a piece of pipe with it had to have a bottom put on it, but I could have used this. Would, of course, way too big, but an idea like this, you know, then it would have been square. But I presume this will still work. I just don't know. I'm not too sure. Well, this stuff looks like it's getting really hard though. Holy. Should be good once we figure it out, but I don't know. See, I got this stuff here, but that's probably a bit too thin. I'd be afraid of it not necessarily melting through. I don't think that burner's going to get that hot, but there's just not going to be much swirly action going around this thing, which maybe is a good thing too. I don't know. That's, I think, a little bit too big though. Darn it. 3-inch might have been better, so if I took a 1/2 inch off of this whole thing and then maybe I'm going to redraw this thing. I'll draw it to 3-inch. Hang on. Okay, that's a 3.5 inch. I think, yeah, that. I'll get my little pick here to move it around. I think that might work better. So if I can keep that kind of centered, then I'll have a little bit of room for welding around, because that was the only problem. Thinking, I would like a bit bigger one, but it may not work too well for the welding. It'd be nice if I could get one that was, you know, shape of this bucket. Starts small and then goes bigger at the top. It would hold more, but I should be able to get a piece in there that's, well, time we put the plate on the bottom, it's going to use up a little bit, so it's not going to be super high up. This stuff's probably 1/4 inch. I maybe can get away with something a little thinner than that for the bottom. But plus that thing should probably be propped up a little bit off the bottom, so the heat can maybe underneath too and kind of heat from underneath, right? So, ah, man, I guess back to the metal store we go. Now this stuff here, I think it was 3 inch. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go back to the metal store, I guess. I got no ifs, ands, or buts. That's just gonna be too big. But what else do I got over here I can make a bottom out of? I got some of this stuff, I think. Well, should be lots thick, or what is this piece here? Yeah, that might be the one there, maybe. How wide is this, though? Looks like a piece I've already plasmid. Aww. 3 1/4, too small. Too small. So, I'm sure I can find up something here. My stock of past project leftovers. Most of it's real big, thick, heavy duty, really overkill stuff though. So we might just have to use this piece maybe then. Still really thick, huge, heavy duty overkill, but let me look around once more. I don't really want to have to get another little piece of stuff just for that. Oh, I found another little sheet here that might work too. It's a little thicker than this stuff. So yeah, we'll have to see what the other pipe is though. That's just going to be too big. Darn it. Oh well, I'll have to run up to the metal store again, I guess. Oh darn, I just love going to that place. So we're almost there. A couple lights to go through. And we'll be there. Oh, sweet. I love it when the light changes like that, just for me. Because nobody else is here. So, yeah, no, I was being, whatchamacallit, extravagandy, whatever, before there when I said, oh, I just love going to the steel place. No, actually I do. I love going to this place. Just so freaking expensive, and there's so much cool stuff that I want to bring home with me, but in order to keep it, right? So I like to be able to film stuff in there, but I don't even want to bother asking, you know, like just a bunch of steel, different lengths, different thicknesses, different sizes, and it's just a whole lot of it, you know. I don't know how much money they got laying in this place, but oh my goodness, there's a lot. So this place on the corner here is where I got my welding stuff and my plasma cutter. He's a machine shoppy kind of guy. He's just dying to sell me that place. Whenever I go in there, which isn't too often, he's like, oh, you ready to buy this place yet? I'm like, yeah. How busy you been? Oh, it's been pretty quiet. Nobody's really doing much now around town. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. You got to be busy to make money, you know. So I don't think this town will be busy really enough to be opening up another shop or a new shop or someone taking over there to be able to pay for it. He's well along the gone paid for it, because when he opened his, it was like swamped busy, right? Where now there's like hardly anything. So the only thing he does there is sell gas to people, like Bach gases. He delivered gases to some of the factories around town and stuff, you know, and they just kind of do their own stuff. But it's probably cheaper to have your own guy on staff than it is to your own guy on staff rather than taking it to someone else to have something done, right? So that's the Dewey. This is the place. All right, let's go inside. We'll get a piece of 3 1/2. Darn it. Should have measured that a little better, I guess. Holy crap, it's nice here, but look it up ahead. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but that car way up there, I can just almost not hardly see him. We'll be into her here in a second. Apparently it's winter up here. Look, it's getting dark already. Holy crap. Go away, winter. I've had enough. Oh, it's been really not too bad, though, this winter. This has actually been a fairly mild winter. We've not really had the minus 25s, the minus 30s, and 35s, or whatever, you know. It's been pretty good. Look at this up here, though. Holy crap, it's like a totally different world. It's like snow blowing around, and really windy. It was really windy yesterday too. Today's really windy as well, apparently up here anyways. It was nicer back there. I'm going back there. Maybe that's like Florida back there, although it is -10 out here. Look at this crap. Holy. Absolutely insane. You want to know something else really funny? I'll tell you a little story while we're driving back here. There's beside the garage there's a big utility pole, you know, like these things, right? Brings the power over to the garage from the main poles there. Well, there's a light. There's a street light, older one, that's on there, and on the pole. Is mounted by the electric company way back long time ago. It's had a lot of problems with the sensor on the top, and a couple of bulbs that blew out of it and stuff. They seem to every like once a year come and check it for some reason, and they fix it or whatever. But that light hasn't worked in over a year, at least. It hasn't come on at night, so I figured it's the sensor. I mean, I could call them about it and say, "Oh yeah, the light's broken. Here, you gotta come fix it." And I'm like, it doesn't even bother me, really. You know, like, you really don't need a light down there at night. The gate's closed. It's dark. Nobody down there. Why do you need a light? And we're paying the hydro for it too, the electric for it. So, but last night I looked down and the light's on. The big light on the pole is on. I'll show you when we get back here. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know, maybe yesterday they snuck in when I wasn't really looking or there or something, and they came and serviced the light. I don't know. I'm going to have to check the camera footage and rip on through it, because they'd have to bring their big truck with the big boom to lift you up, you know, the bucket truck, to lift you up, because it's up fairly high. You wouldn't even probably get it too well with a ladder, so I don't know. I'm going to have to check the footage if I remember when I get back, but look at it blowing here. Holy crap. But we'll check the footage when we get back, maybe see if there's maybe they come in and fixed it. I don't know. I kind of wish they just left it alone, because, you know, there's nobody down there at that time of night. The light's on all night, and it's one of those ones that probably burn up the electricity like crazy. So, you know what, it doesn't really have to be on. So that's why I kind of put the solar motion light on the front of the garage there, so if you were happen to be down there at night, it would come on. And you would use that. Oh, pardon me, I nearly burped. Barf burped in my mouth there. But anyways, we're almost home here. Let's head her home and we'll have a look at this 3.5-inch piece of pipe. That's the light on the pole here. I'd have to look at my camera footage from the front of the garage here to see if somebody came and serviced it, but you know, it's one of those great big huge mother bulbs too, eh? I don't know how many watts it would be or whatever, but you know what, I really don't need it running, so. But anyways, so behind us, it's kind of hard to see where the power comes in from past our house though, and it joins a pole over here. That's where the meter is for the whole place, and then it runs over here and then into the garage. So, but yeah, I don't really need the light on at night, just sitting there just burning up hydro. And then they say to me, "Oh, why is there so much hydro been used, electricity been used?" I'm like, well, you're running a light all night. What do you expect? It's not like I do a bit here in the garage, but it's not that bad. You know, worst thing I probably run is the welder, or the air compressor would probably burn up a little bit of electricity. But anyways, so let's head her in another piece of tube and we'll have a look-see at this one. Okay, that's a lot longer than I needed, but they already had this piece cut there. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just take that one. No biggie. No biggie. So I do have to cut this down a lot, and I got a lot extra, so that's a 3.5. Let's see if that'll fit in there. Ooh, I think that's better, yeah. It's kind of hard for you to see down there, but I think that's going to be better. That should be more better. So, okay. We need to figure out what we're going to do here for how high we're going to make this. Now, I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to have to, I guess, trim the top of this pail off. I wish I had. Probably would have been another one of those little buckets of cement would have made it come up to the top, but that's the way she goes. That's all I got. That's all I had. So could have probably mixed some gravel into it, beefed it out a bit, but I'd be afraid of the gravel getting hot and then exploding. Sometimes it'll do that. But anyways, okay, so let's see here. I don't really know, you know what, if I'm going to put it up off. I don't think I'm gonna, what I'm thinking of doing, because it's probably got to be off the bottom a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is just put a couple of nuts on the bottom. I was going to weld it right to the bottom of the plate, of the cup, of the crucible, but I think I'm just going to leave them in there loose and I can just set it on top. So, rather than making it sort of permanent, I think that might be a better route to go. Okay, so now we got to figure out how tall to make our crucible, the actual distance, including this piece of stuff for the bottom. Alrighty, we got to cut a piece of plate for the bottom part of the pot on this thing. I'm going to probably use this stuff, but you would think, oh, he'll just plasma cut that. Well, I could, but I don't want to. I actually went and bought a 3.5-inch hole saw. Now the only problem is, and it's not really a problem because it'll actually work in my favor, hopefully. The 3.5 is the outside diameter of this hole saw. So from this outside to this outside, it's 3.5. Well, that's not going to work because I need the inside diameter. So it's a little bit smaller, but that's okay because the little disc will fit on here and then give me a little lip around the outside to weld back onto. So I think it should be all right. So we're going to hook this guy up. Hopefully my drill press will drill this. That's asking a lot, but if we go slow, it should hopefully work. So let's carve this open. I hate these packages. I am so afraid of cutting myself. You know what all it is makes it a little bit more difficult for the guy that's trying to steal this out of the store because he's got problems and he can't afford to buy it or whatever, or he's just being a jerk. Let's just steal that. They put it in these packages, and somewhere in here will be, I'm sure, yeah, there it is there, one of those security beeper things underneath the label here. So that makes the security thing go off. That guy there's got a little strippy thing in it. So, okay, so there we go. We're going to hook it up to our, well, you know what? I honestly don't need the drill bit in there either. I'm going to try to drill this without the pilot bit. So we'll pull the pilot out of here. Hopefully it'll drill okay without the pilot because I don't really want the hole in the center. There we go. Let's chuck her up. See if we can drill this plate. So, fairly solid. As long as my table doesn't want to move on me, we should be all right. Need some safety glasses. Probably going to want some hearing protection. If you guys want to put in some hearing protection, might want to do that now. I am not going to oil it. I know you guys will freak out, some of you. Oh, you gotta put cutting fluid on that. You know what? I hate cutting fluid. I like air. As long as you pour good air to it and it keeps the chips cleaned out, and you're good. So here we go. Hopefully this is gonna work. I don't know. Okay, we have got a hole, and the other side should be a little disc. Should be. I can smell the wood actually getting hot. There's a disc. Alright. Now, hopefully it's not too small. I was kind of wondering if it was going to maybe be too small. But I looked at a 4-inch, but man, that would have been like way too big. So this is going to have to hopefully be the cookie. So let's get her unclamped. I'm kind of actually glad I clamped that because I think that would have really sucked trying to do that. So she's a little warm. I wasn't pouring the power right to it, but I'll let that cool a little minute there. And the bits, I think, fine. I just take her back to the store, say, yeah, I didn't need her. Didn't actually chisel off too much of the paint. Really, not too bad. Okay, so we got our disc. That should be actually pretty good. I should be able to get a good little bead all the way around here. Let's just maybe get this in a little closer. So once that's centered, I should be able to zzz around there and get a good bead in there. That's actually going to work out good. And this end looked like it was cut nice and square. It's nice and flat. I checked it with the square here, and whoa! You probably won't be able to see this, but it all looks good. It's a good square cut there, so that is good. So, I don't know if I got to do anything with the inside of this or just use it. This is a little bit rusty. I gave it some wire brushing, but I don't know, I might just leave it. Let her burn herself off. So, okay, so that's good. We got to figure out how tall we want this thing to be now. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple little 5/16 nuts right in the bottom as the standoff thingies. They could probably actually get welded to the plate on the bottom. But that'll get her a little bit, that'll get her, you know, whatever that thickness is off the very bottom. So we'll put the plate in. Then we'll try to get this guy in and give him a little bit of a mark. It can't go any higher than like the top of this cement here, so. Oh. That'll stay there. That'll stay there. Okay, so now how am I going to mark that? I need a little bit of a flat edge to go right across there. Do I have something that small? I sort of do. It gave me a rough idea. So if I go in and around maybe there with the cut. No, it's going to have to be a little lower than that. There with the cut, we'll say. That'll get her just a little bit lower. That's a fairly good sized crucible in there, so let's pull her out here and see what we ended up with for length. Well, that's everything where she's going to sit, so that's, I think, pretty good. And that is going to end up being 29 inches. No, I'm just kidding. 6 inches will probably be good. Let's do a little, let's get a better tape here. That's just my, crap, I don't have a tape, pocket tape. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut this right at 6. Because I got a little plan for the top too. I want to heat up the one lip corner, put it in a vise, and hit it with a sharp object, and it should make a little pouring spout. I'm hoping. So, okay, that's good. Let's get our saw set up here on the table, and we'll cut that off. Okay. Here we go. Maybe. Alright, I'm gonna check, see. I kind of think my saw is off too. I don't know why. I'm gonna check that and see. No, that's alright. That's pretty good. Just tell by visually looking at it too. Yeah, I think we're alright. Okay. That is good to go. So there's our little piece that will get welded on there, and hopefully it doesn't leak. And that will be our little crucible. Little metal pieces, I can grind them off. So I think I'm going to have time today to get into the what I want to do is heat this red hot, put it in a vise, and then take something like my, I'm not too sure, oh, this thing here maybe, as of equivalent. So heat that up red hot, put her just in the vise, and just take this and spink, 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 and that should kind of open that up and make like a little pouring spout, hopefully. I'm going to have to heat her up pretty good, but, okay, so I'm going to get the welder out and just weld this on here, and I think that might be all I've got time for today. I am really almost out of time. Yeah, it's 3:30 already. Holy. That's all. It's not good. So I'll weld this up and we'll have a look at her after. Oh, sorry, you're looking the wrong way. Why are you guys all cockeyed on this tripod too? There, that's better. Okay, so that's it. We checked the square. It was pretty good. That'll actually be our top. It's got the what was left there too, 3.5 inch, 3'7" inch. So we'll weld that onto that. Somehow I've got to figure out how I'm going to put my clamp on. I guess I could just do this. Put her there. Put her there. Oh, that's not very good. Yeah, that might work. And I'll try my best to go all the way around so we don't have any leakage. I could. No, it's too far to get the welder down in there to do that. So I'm going to have to make sure I do a really super awesome good job with welding this up here. But give me a few and I will get her sealed up. Alrighty, there we go. I think that should be alright. We got pretty good. I might need a little touch right there around. It's not a very easy thing to weld and keep moving and get a good bond, but I think that should be mostly all pretty good. I wonder if I don't have any water here now, but if I put water in it, see if it leaks. If it leaks, then the metal might leak out too, right? So I think that's pretty good though. It's getting kind of warmish, so yeah, it's starting to get warm. So we'll leave her for now, I guess. Like I say, I don't really have any water right here to put into it, but could maybe just go down to the river and get a bucket here, put her in, see if there's anything that leaks out, mark it, weld her back up. Okay, so the moment of leak, or hopefully not, hopefully no leakage. Let's pull that off. And there might be one or two leaks. You never know, right? So let's see here. It's gonna sizzle probably. Geez, I think we're good. I can almost hardly believe that. I don't think she's, Jesus, warm up there still, holy crap. Holy jeez, it's warm. There's one drip there, but I think that was from pouring it in. Yeah, I think everything's good. Still really warm. Maybe I'll just let her sit and cool for a little bit. I'll put a little bit more in here. Cheers. Cheers. Now that's a frickin' cup. Well, just while we're waiting for that to do whatever it's gonna do, I haven't had the Mini X going for a couple of weeks, I guess now at least, so I want to kind of just let her start and run in here for a little wee bit. Just to, you know, get things cycling and still sitting back here on the trailer. So we'll just get her fired up. It's about minus, well, it's not that cold over here because of the walls leaking heat like crazy, but we still got the big bucket on it. I don't know if you can see that. Sort of see that, eh? When we scraped the pathway there, worked good. Pumping the fuel up. Preheating. Oh boy, it's smoky. She's running anyways. Okay. That wasn't too bad actually. Just let her sit there and run a few minutes and, you know, I'll come out maybe in a few minutes and then rev it up a bit. Charge the battery good. I'll wait until this thing is blowing good warm air here and then I'll shut her down, I guess. Little radiator, but I'll let her sit there just to warm up for a few minutes. But that thing, if it's leaked, should have leaked by now. Ugh. So hopefully it hasn't leaked. Holy cow, it's smoky, eh? Hopefully it hasn't leaked. Oh, I see a drip. I see a drip. A little drip right there. So I will mark that spot and look around the rest. I don't see anything else the rest of the way. Oh, there's maybe just a hair little one right here. It's a little dampish there. The rest is looking pretty good, I think, so I'm pretty happy with that. What I will do is dump the water back in here. Could have made a nice yummy river tea. River water tea. Ugh. And I'll just let that drain out and then, well, I'll just actually, you know what? I'll just give this a blow here. Yeah, it looks like that's where I stopped the weld. Same here. Just try to get all the water out of it before I go ahead and weld it. Although this small enough hole, it would probably just seal itself up, but I'll fix that. Okay, I do believe I fixed. Another little water test. And I spilt the water when I poured it in. I'll just leave that sitting there hanging. See if she's dripping still. Alrighty, let's see how we're looking round 2 here. I think we're dry. I think we're good. Sweet. Alright. Let's pour this river tea out again. No idea what flows down that river, and really don't want to know either. And yeah, everything's dry, so that's good. Okay, I'll just clear this out again so it doesn't rust. Clean as a baby's bottom. Well, usually. So there we go, there's our crucible. Now we also have to have, I think, a couple little holes for some tongy things. I'm going to have to probably make 2 to they'll go and spring in and then pick it up. And then I'll probably, with something, I don't know what yet, might even have to just weld like a little nut onto here. Just something to hook something into, so when you got her hot and suspended, you can grab this corner here and then just tip her, you know. Tip her like that into to your whatever you're molding into. So but that'll work good. I got a little bit more work to do to it yet, so we got a couple of holes to drill. Either that, or I'll put a, well, actually let's try her in here. I haven't actually tried this yet. Got my little nut still down here. That'll fit on there. I think that should work pretty good. And then this lid, I'll have to cut this bucket down, I guess. My little saw, and cut that off. And that lid should hopefully just fit right on there. Might even have to, I don't know whether I'll go this crazy or not, but get some like high heat silicone and just put a bead around here. So when the lid sits on it, it's actually got a seal there too. I don't know if you need to seal that much. I think this should heat up pretty good in here. I don't know, we'll have to try her and see. But anyways, there we go. I guess that is that for today. Anyways, there's probably the first thing I'll try melting up again. This is 2 on each side. 2 times I cut off my big landscape rake, only because I was using it a lot last year with my little green trailer leveling graves back here, and it just seemed to fit between the trailer better, so I cut these 2 off, and then instead of having to go on the side and trying to rake some out, I can go straight on and rake it out nice and smooth out of the trailer. So that'll be our first meltings. Should hopefully fit in here, maybe one at a time. I should even actually go hopefully through oh, whenever that sits down better. Oh yeah, we're good. And I think that's going to work pretty good. I just have to do a little bit more messing around. Let her cure up a bit more, even though it looks like it's coming pretty good. It's getting really solid, so that's good. It's supposed to be like a month or something for full cure, so imagine sort of down in this corner, it's probably still a bit damp, so it's going to take a long time to, you know, wick out through. So probably once we get a little bit of flame in there, though, it might be all right. It'll help dry her out, but I'll let her cure a bit longer before we fire it. That should be good. Give her a little run, cycle things around, hydraulic fluid around, battery's charged up again now. Ran for about 20 minutes maybe, so should be good. Sweet. Well, that's it for me for today. Gonna head her home. Apparently we had a major snowstorm while we were in there. Just a flurrying. So yes. But anyways, oh geez, I'm gonna head her home. And this weekend we changed time, spring ahead, so that's good. Except it sucks for trying to get up and go to work in the morning. But anyways, I'm gonna head her out. I got really long commute all the way home. It's only about 300 feet. That's probably the shortest commute, unless you lived right in the building there, to get home. So that's okay. So anyways, Farm Sim Saturday. I haven't actually uploaded it yet, but she should be up, ready to rock for tomorrow, being Saturday. And can't exactly remember what we did now, but I know I had fun, so it must have been good. So yeah. Ooh. And Sunday, I don't know what we're doing video-wise Sunday. What would you guys like to see of some sort of gameplay stuff? I know there was a few comments asking for GTA 5 again. I guess we could do that, or some truck sim or something, or I don't know, something. We'll figure something out. I've actually been playing Fallout 4 a little bit, and I just... there's too much in that game. There's too much to do. I'm gonna say, like, you're looking for your kid, which it's funny how it's the same storyline as Fallout 3 was, basically. So you're looking for your kid, and they send you here, but then, oh, well, while you're here, can you do this job for me? Okay, you can say no. So you go do a job for this guy, and then you go to where that job they send you, and then they're like, oh, wow, we could use, can you go find this thing for me? It's like, holy crap, I've lost where I am now, what the heck? So I haven't really been kind of super enjoying Fallout 4, so I don't know if we're going to do any gameplay of that. It's not bad, but it's not, I don't know. Maybe I'll try some, maybe just to see, but anyways, I mean, we got some games to play, we could play and stuff, and I mean, Truck Sim, H1Z1, it's been kind of dead lately, literally, and since they reset all the maps and all the, yeah, reset all the servers, it's like, oh, really, I put all that work into it, now I got nothing again. But maybe we'll do start a brand new some sort of server and see how far we can get in, you know, like a video length, and see if we can even get like guns and stuff or whatever. But other than that, I don't know, GTA 5, Truck Sim, H1Z1, I don't know, whatever you guys comment the most about, maybe we'll play. So, but anyways, yeah, that's it. Enjoy Farm Sim tomorrow. It's a pretty good one, I think. If you watched yesterday's little video I did, I showed how I edit my videos and stuff, and that's what I was editing. So you have a little sneak peek of what Farm Sim is going to be like tomorrow. So, but not very much, just a little bit. Guess I'll shut the money off. And yeah, so anyways, we'll catch yous all next week sometime. We'll do a little bit more work on that crucible there, and hopefully my idea of heating that little lip bright red hot, and then putting it on my vise and just boink, 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 boink till I get like a spout shape. Hopefully that works. That'll help to pour a little bit, you know. And we'll figure that out, I guess. Hopefully it works after welding all that thing up. It better work. I just don't want to deform it too much, you know, but just enough where it's got like a little... I'm hoping it's going to take kind of the shape of the vise, and then the punchy thing I'm going to hit it with. Hopefully it's going to take the shape of that too and make it kind of like a V almost there. So, but anyways, we'll do that next week. Holy crap, look at this crap, eh? Freaking stupid snow. But anyways, thanks again for watching. Have a good day, and we'll catch you next week, and Sunday, of course, and Saturday for Farm Sim, and then Sunday for whatever you guys comment on. We'll play tonight, or play on Sunday, for Sunday. So, anyways, catch you then, and have a good weekend. And thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you on... You guys know when. We'll catch you.